This is an old Honda XR500, doing some work on it. Years ago I had a 79 XR500, even older than this one. And that bike, it did not have this factory decompression lever. So yeah, this lever, when the engine is installed, the cable, it attaches to a decompression mechanism on the valve cover. So the engine can be decompressed manually, or the engine is set up for the automatic decompression as well, where there's a cable from the kickstart area. It goes up and it pulls on that same mechanism on the valve cover as this cable, so manually or automatic. This is the first bike I've ever owned that has the manual decompression lever. When I got the bike home, I went to start the bike and I pulled on the lever for kick-starting, and I realized later, no, that's not how you do it. This is for, near as I can tell, this is for, let's say if I was on a hill and I wanted to bump start it down the hill without having to use the Kickstarter. So that's when I could use the manual decompression. And I'm not even sure how I came to this understanding that this is actually something I could use for bump starting, so I wouldn't have to use the Kickstarter. I'm not sure how I figured that out. Maybe I read about it somewhere, I'm not sure. So then I got to thinking, well, if I was actually on a hill and I was going to bump start the engine, exactly how would I go about doing this? Would I use, like, pull one, like if I do the clutch, well, I have to pull this one as well, you know. So then I thought, well, okay, well, then I guess I would have to pull them both at the same time, I'm thinking. Like maybe one finger on there and like something like this. Pull them both at the same time, and then release the clutch. Engine starts to turn. Once it fires, then release the decompressor. I think that's probably what I would attempt to do. And for any of you guys that have a bike with the decompression lever, you might be smiling to yourself, thinking that, well, man, maybe you're thinking that guy maybe does sound like he knows very much or something. But anyways, I think that's, pulling both, I think that's probably how I would attempt that. This is the valve cover. It also retains the rocker arms. And on the side here is where the cables attach for decompressing. One is for the lever and the other one is from the kickstart. So they go to the same area. And on the inside, when I operate this arm, there's like a cam-shaped device right in there. And so what it does, it pushes on this little tab that's on the side of the rocker arm. So when I move the lever, it lifts on the exhaust rocker arm. And so what I think it does is it lifts the exhaust rocker arms just enough so that it keeps the valves from properly seating, the exhaust valves, and then reducing the cylinder pressure, allowing the engine to spin easier.